Science douche. Science douche.
Dang, you're in a black hole.
A douchebag of science.
That's right.
A vacuum of light.
All the way from Southern California, the douchebag of science, Doctor Who. Do you have a question? In the NASA community,
Yeah.
is there infighting like a high school where like this guy's published this paper, so he thinks he's hot
There's
shit
gotta
right
be.
you
Oh, yeah.
He's just strutting around in his lab coat, right? And then he's disproved, and then his wife leaves him. I was like, I never loved you. I'm with Harold now. Like at NASA, is there infighting?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had some. I've nearly come to blows with a few of my colleagues. Yeah,
Oh, really? Oh my God!
for sure.
That's the most exciting thing to happen to NASA since that pretend moon landing. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying it was clearly. I think it was Burbank. Where was it? It's either area of. It was Studio 54. I think is where they
Yep.
had it.
Correct.
Yeah. So, two PhD scientists in a fist fight. I would actually pay to see that because it's the exact opposite of a UFC match, right? Two skilled mountains, just meat bags of bologna, pugilists punching each other's eye sockets out, right? And the two scientists are like, "Oh yes, well you're on page 4 of your thesis. It was." Either was you spelled there. Ha! You're stupid. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have won. I definitely would have won.
Yeah. I do feel
nice.
like I feel like I feel like you found your bully niche. It's like, get out of my way, you nerds.
Yeah. 4 eyes.
Yeah. And have you seen like the epic fall? You know, the pride cometh before the fall, where some guys really big dick in it, and then it's like, oh, you've been just completely disproven all the way.
No, actually, it's more like Trump. They just never admit
Oh.
that they were wrong.
Then they go
Right.
on Fox News. Yeah.
They
yeah.
just go on. Yeah, they just go on forever, and everyone's like, "Well, I guess Jerry's an asshole now."
Well,
That's it.
not only is Jerry an asshole, but this is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. Okay, well, what happens now? I say BrianSturges.com, I say Mr. Brian Sturges, I say Tim W. Hall Music at TimWHallMusic.com, at Josh K. Willis, at OMG NASA, at Poor Life Choices TV, at Poor Life Choices Productions, at Poor Life Choices Comedy Film Fest, at 1192 Studios, at the Black Cliff Beach and the White Cliff Beach, at the indigenous Hazy Fox, and of course, Manscaped.
Yeah. We're still hanging on.
Still, I'm still waiting. You might have gotten a free advertisement, but I still got those 2 blades that go to a thing I don't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, take that. Well, gentlemen, here we are.
Yes, indeed.
I have nothing. I'm just gonna go out. I'm just gonna say that. Usually, I have some sort of idea of what I will say. At least one thing that I could jump off. And I did think of one thing, and then I forgot to write it down, and then I've been thinking of what it was, and then I thought of another thing, and I don't love it as much, so I only have one kind of okay thing. But you'll pretty much see a lack of preparedness today.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I still should
excited.
probably upload some of those TikToks. They're in my phone. We'll do that.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to do
That's
the
always
upload.
a fun part.
But I just want to get out. I will start with this. I had 2 comedy shows this week.
Oh, yeah.
They went so vastly different. And I'm gonna okay. I did something for me that I thought would be funny and challenging, and it was
I thought it was funny.
okay. So here's what I did. Last week or whatever, 5 days ago, whatever it was, I was at the Comedy Chateau, and I had my nice head shaved, and I wore a Adidas tracksuit. And I walked up on stage when I was introduced, and I said, "Let's hit it for Mother Russia."
That didn't.
And the room was as quiet as anything science has ever heard before. I start laughing, and I say that was just for me, which got a chuckle because that was it. And then trying to go from that into some like dad bod comedy, I did not get it back. Norm Macdonald, he said, I like to go out. You piss them off right off the top, and then the whole fun of it is, can you win them back?
Right.
I did not win them back.
Oh, no.
So the room was packed, and the one comedian brought out like 45 people in a room of 60 maybe. Right? It's like the side room, right? The Sunday night showcase. You're new to the club. We're not putting you on that stage yet until you do a good job here. So I don't think I'll be getting an invitation for the main stage. No, I laughed. I think that's hysterical. No, that was just for me. Now, of course, it only matters to them that day because it was hot news on Yahoo or BuzzFeed or whatever, wherever else you get your news in that day. But in like 6 weeks when this is no longer a thing, that joke you could walk up on stage and just say, let's hear it from Mother Russia. That's all I said. I didn't go into politics. All I said was, let's hear it from Mother Russia, which is not offensive. And of course, I support Ukraine. I don't want anybody to get hurt. But I took a shot, and it was dead. So basically, the whole room were, am I allowed to say African American? So it was like
Wait,
that,
should I
and
get Griff on the phone?
Gabe and his girlfriend.
Yeah, so that I heard about the gig from because he was in the car with me when we went down to the inventory or the the thing.
Yes. So
I want to hear what you heard. I want to hear what you heard about it.
Is that I bombed hard in the room?
Yeah.
So the guy, Gabe's there. I can kind of tell he didn't think this is what it was going to be because all of a sudden we're in the tiny room with no masks, and I don't know if they paid the air conditioning bill. I don't know what's happening, but it was packed. And then what happened was the comic who brought all of the people went in the first third.
Oh.
And now you got 45 people waiting for the check to get out of there. So let me tell you what. Now, I am taking 100% blame. But when I walked up there and I looked down into them and they had the eyes like, when I was watching other comics, they were just like, they wanted to go, right? And I could see Gabe was getting more uncomfortable. And then, like, I didn't go up into the last third. So Gabe isn't kidding me. I could just see him like, when someone's just like, I'm uncomfortable and I'm being cool, but like, will he? So then I go up, I do my Russian joke, I bomb, and then you could literally hear the traffic on Ventura Boulevard. Just you could hear the Buicks whizzing by, and I didn't save it, and that was that. Tuesday was not bad. Tuesday was not better, but I didn't at least bomb. This was an official bombing. But I did make myself laugh. But it was the 5 minutes of dead silence after I made myself laugh, and they did not care. They did not care about dad or relationship. It was done. So now tell me what this fella said.
So Gabe speculated that after you said that, people were like, well, because you could have like a Russian look to you. You look like maybe Ivan or something.
Well, that was
yeah. So he was like, I don't know if I don't think they weren't sure, that's what he was saying. But the way he described the joke was actually pretty good because he had you come out and be like, let's put our hands together for Russia. And I was like, that's hilarious. I would have laughed at that. But that's pretty funny.
It's like when Gilbert came out with the September 11th joke. Like, he had the show like the next Saturday. And it was like my flight's leaving soon, and it has to make a stop at a skyscraper or something. Or whatever the joke was. Now I had made myself laugh. Now this is where I'm an amateur, where you could do that, and if there was like a follow-up and that led into something, that's the difference of working on a craft, right? If you took that and then that followed into something and then it all made sense. But it was just like, in the rise, like I just making myself laugh. I know it's going to bomb, and it's going to bomb and then see what happens. And it bombed, and it was not. It was funny to me, only because it's like the emergency of the day. Now, obviously, whatever, right? All day long. How the amount of people murdered in countries all day long, 4 people, right? A week ago. This was before anything. And this is also several days ago, before any sort of escalation. But it was not. I love the Ukraine people.
Uh-oh.
I love you.
You got to do an apology tour now.
I did. Yes, yeah. In fact, they're booking me in what will be called the former Ukraine for a comedy tour.
Oh, no.
Check, please.
He doubles down. Yeah.
No, you're not allowed there. No checks allowed.
Oh.
Speaking also bombing as a white man living in the world. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I remember what the thing was I wrote down that I forgot. I ran into a bunch of gypsies. It happened. They found me. I'm not even joking. I wish I was joking. So that after our thing, and then the last episode came out, right? And I'm worried that like there's like this Stephen King thinner vibe that's out there, right? So I had gone to my local supermarket, and out of a van, they were this people that seemed like the men had ponytails. Like if they were in Silver Lake, they would be hipsters. But because it was like a clown car
authentic?
where 45 people came out of a GMC Ram from the 80s. And then when I was in the store, it was all like the cloths and the wool, and the men were all like, it was all, and then they were all coming down maskless down the aisles at me. And so I felt like it was like it was their
They're coming
thing.
for you.
Then
Yeah.
they were there, and then I went down this aisle, and then they were there, and they were there, and I went to the line, and they were there. And it took me, I swear to sweet Jesus, all I wanted to say for this show was, are you from, what's that country there? You wouldn't happen to be one of those from that,
Romania?
you wouldn't happen to be Romanian, would you? It was thank you for helping me with a country that I forgot. But in that moment, I wanted to just be like, hey, where are you from? Because if they said Romanian, it would have been the greatest thing to come and be like, I've learned a lesson. But no. But they were
Did
all
they say
very,
Burbank?
and I'm allowed to talk about swarthy people because my wedding party pretty much are all the enemies of Indiana Jones movies.
Oh,
So,
no.
You know, I mean, when you see a picture of them,
There's a
you're
lot of
gonna be like,
Nazis
"Oh
in
my God."
Indiana Jones.
Oh, yes. Throw me the idol, and I throw you the. What was it? Throw me the idol, I throw you the
Throw me the
pearls?
whip.
The whip.
Whip.
Yeah.
The whip.
Yeah.
Whip.
The whip, yes. So it's been an interesting week. So, and I've also been shopping for Gypsy jazz guitars, and it's interesting to be like, you know, it's if you say jazz,
Oh, afterwards?
you know, there seem to be a bunch of people that seem to play Gypsy jazz. I don't think that's offensive. It's a musical genre.
I
Did
rented
you
but
ask any of them?
Like, obviously, asking that question would be an extreme example of just dickhead white privilege and being like, I'm asking what you are.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wanted to know because I wanted to know. I need to learn.
Next time, just ask if they play jazz.
Yes, that's
You
the
guys
same.
wouldn't
You
have
guys,
to
like
play.
jazz?
Yeah.
You guys look like you guys like some flat fives, some 2/5s, some
You got,
some,
you know a guy named Stefan? Yeah.
substitutions. You know, I've also been I've been on a little jazz kick lately. I'm trying to get back into, as Tim will attest, I play pretty shitty jazz and pretty shitty rock and roll and pretty shitty blues.
Hey.
My guitar playing, the longer I teach, seemed to have gotten worse about the time because I don't know, because I taught the same 3 songs for 15 years. So it was like I was learning, and then and then I went to solo. Tim Hall, tell him about the time I had a solo for that.
Man, which time? There was a lot of takes.
Like yeah, there were a lot of takes. In fact,
I actually listened to I
So bad
I
now.
pulled up which one was it? One of the Tommy Bruno. Actually, it might have been Tommy Bruno.
yeah.
The one with the upright bass, and it's like,
Oh, the smoky one, that Cora. Yeah, that's the one.
yeah.
It's got that flat 5.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yes, that one I like. I definitely have there's like 20 songs. So I definitely have ones that I think could be pulled off and put on an album of other things. But then there's a lot of hokey stuff. I've heard it sounds a little bit like elevator music.
Oh yeah, is that some of the reviews?
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like it's supposed to sound cheesy. It's almost like I recorded a xylophone at 2 a.m. at Culver City Music because I was like, you know what this song needs?
Xylophone. Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm on a jazz kick because, I once I stopped teaching and then, relationships and then this baby thing really sucks up a bunch of time. So now that I'm a dad and I've spread and I'm 42 and I'm bald and I didn't shit, now that it's really over and I'm wearing something, this Van Heusen thing I bought, because only
Van
dads wear
Heusen.
Van Heusens.
Yeah.
What was the point of this? Oh, so I'm trying to get back into guitar and I'd like to get back into, some proper jazz, some standard, just good old fashioned. Let's Blue Boss it, let's.
Oh yeah.
Let's just, so what? That was
Yeah, do a little so what? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Freddie Got Fingered. That's another jazz song, right? I think that's
It's close. It's
Fingered.
close. I think it's off of the outtakes.
But I'm trying to get back into jazz, and it's like I don't have the skill where what I purchase makes a difference. But in my mind, I want to be like, oh, I want to get this set up. See, I want to get these. I got these flat wounds on these the hollow body, and it goes into. It got the Claris goes in the razor's edge. You gotta go,
Oh, you
down,
gotta get that Claris. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got the custom razor's edge. Hey, it's still 12. It's all right. It's the 12. I didn't do the extended range. What do I need that for? I don't need to extend. No one's listening. Okay. Josh, these jokes are about music here. You don't have to. That's okay. Hazy Fox will get it because he's just like, what?
He's always doing that. If he's not twisting a knob,
I
he
would
doesn't
love.
exist.
He does. By the way, Hazy Fox shows this commercial with no graphics, music, or any effort is Hazy Fox on Saturdays, 2 p.m. PST, Las Vegas, cocaine time, or meth. City or prostitution,
Yeah,
whatever.
things change.
Listen to him. He's doing this. I think there's some of this.
Oh yeah, got to be.
I think there's some backspacing, Control Alt Delete. I don't want to be a DJ, but do you just hit DJ and it just plays? For
Yeah,
2
you do
hours?
Control D.
And then you're like,
J.
you're paying Candy Crush on your phone, charging $1,200 a night for a set. I get it. Oh yeah, we were looking for the local wedding DJ because we're getting married in clan country, right? So we had to find somebody who was willing to take the 4-hour horse and buggy ride over the mountain to arrive. The guys were like, "Yeah, $1,500." I was like, "Oh my god, I wouldn't hire the best jazz John Pizzarelli. I wouldn't pay that son of a bitch's trio $1,500." But it's just like. What's great about small towns is it's like LA, but where you really think you could, but there's only 2 people in town, and within a 90-mile radius, you're like, "Oh, I can charge this because it's either this or you got to get the guy comes over with the other outlets. You got to do the conversions. You got to put the 3 into the 2.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I'm trying to get a jazz setup. So I like to talk about guitars because Willis, I bought one that looks similar. To yours. I got a great deal.
Oh.
I got
You have a
Gretsch
guitar,
this
Willis?
week.
I do. It's
Oh.
mostly a prop, but it's it's
No,
actually a guitar.
I've heard him
It
play it
plays.
live.
I
You've
played
gigged
it.
with
I
it.
played it.
You've
Yeah.
gigged with it.
I've
It's a
gigged with
gig
it.
box.
I've gigged with it. It's a gig box.
Yeah, it's quite nice, and it just looks so. I had picked up a Gretsch this week, and I got the deal of a lifetime. I had to go to Pasadena, allegedly, and meet at a McDonald's parking lot. Well, don't ask questions. But it's basically I got it for less than half the value. Don't ask questions. But it's an older model, right? So maybe a new old stock, I don't know. But the person had left all of the stickers on it, all of the plastic, and didn't even remove the styrofoam from the bridge. So basically, it was brand new,
Yeah.
and I got it for nothing. So I threw on some Damascus.
Enfields. Yeah.
I threw that on there, and I don't know.
He doesn't
I don't know. You ever feel like you want something, you want it more than it is, because the Gretsch that I got is like it's like rockabilly. You're rocking, you're rolling, right? You're 50ing it, maybe the 60s, right? Do. But I don't know. It's Gretsch sounding. I think I've lost you. About the
No, I
guitar
was
talk.
putting my 50s hair on.
Oh, okay. There's your palm.
Yeah.
Palm.
Yeah.
So I got that. So I don't know. So I find myself. See, the problem is then I have the good Gibson.
Yeah.
So then when you AB one guitar is 10 times more than the other, like retail value, or maybe retail maybe 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's hard to go to the cheaper one, but then I don't feel like I'm good enough to buy another expensive, you know. So like a kid, I'm teaching myself like, you know what? Just play this for a while, because I got to tell you, the Gretsch is perfect. Because all you got to do is take the flat rounds off, which it doesn't sound bad, and you throw on some regular strings, and then you're working all day. Great deal.
Yeah.
Never sell it. Stick it in the closet.
Got that big
I feel
old
like I got a great deal,
Bigsby.
but I don't feel like I found that jazz box. So I'm on the hunt. Comment below. I know Eastmans, Gibsons. Oh, gosh, some of them. You know how much those L5s and the CES 400s and the Super Jumbos?
Oh, the Super Jumbo. Yeah, yeah.
We're talking 10 or 12 grand used for
My
these
teacher
jazz
had a
guitars.
400. Beautiful guitar. It's humongous.
God, yeah,
Thick.
he has to live in it because he plays jazz.
Yeah, yeah.
And he has a guitar that's worth 10 grand.
He did put a door in the back of it that he could get into.
Yeah, he opened up. He had to kick out the family of mice.
Yeah.
But let's guitar talk, I guess. So Willis, we'll have to compare. What made you get into guitar? What was the thing that you're like, I think I want to learn to play this?
Well, I did a video where I portrayed the one and only Elvis Presley.
Oh, at Climate Elvis. I forgot one.
Climate Elvis, yeah. and then somebody asked me to do it live, and not being a musician, I had to scramble and try and buy a guitar that looked okay, and I could play, and
Appropriate for the
part.
character, also
appropriate
right?
for the character,
Yeah.
exactly.
Was it white?
Exactly. It's well, you want me to go
The
get
burst.
it?
I do.
All right.
You know
Oh,
what?
it's a burst?
You got a burst, Tim Hall?
Nah, mine's natural. For my jazz box?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's natural.
We'll be right. Let's all grab our jazz boxes. I'll grab the Gretsch. You grab your jazz box.
Okay.
All right. So Tim Hall, you go first because you're having problems with your green screen. So let's see if you can get it up there. What are we looking at?
So this, I couldn't find, because I packed a bunch of them in a closet. I couldn't find my normal one. So this is the one I built.
Oh yes.
So
Oh yes, I remember this. That's so amazing. I love that stuff.
Here. All right, I'm gonna have to disband.
Uh-oh. Are you gonna break the
briefly.
fourth wall?
Yeah.
Welcome to a music recording office. Yeah, there you go. What's great is that your background looks like a background that I would add anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the one I built.
I remember that.
One of them jazzy boxes.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Doesn't
That's
play
Was
very
it
well. I gotta get it
2015?
fixed.
Is that about that?
What's that?
Like that? Like 2015? Am I off?
Oh, when I built it?
Somewhere it was like, or 2005, I mean, not 2015.
Yeah, yeah. I
2005.
think 2000. Well, 2003 is when I finished it.
Okay. Well, it's fantastic. Tell us all about it. Give us the specs. Give us
Oh,
the
we're
breakdown.
looking at a 17-inch body.
Ooh, 17.
Probably about
Ooh,
that
3?
thick.
3 or
right?
4?
2 F holes. This is ebony.
There's
Handcrafted.
3 F holes right now.
hand-carved. Same with this. We're looking at it's a mini humbucker. Okay.
Mini humbucker. Oh, you went with a mini humbucker.
Ebony fretboard. This is ebony up here. Tortoise, or I mean, mother of, I don't know.
Pearl.
What was? Yeah, that's the one. I had to like cut it special.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Look at that. That man made that.
That's amazing.
How's it play?
The frets started to come up and it's out of tune.
Sounds good though. All right, Willis, show us what you got there.
Oh,
Show and tell.
It's a Washburn.
The
nice.
Washburn, which in my opinion is kind of an underrated company, because we at the music store, Tim and I had that thing Washburns for years, and I found that they were better than the ones at Guitar Center that were more money.
Ooh wee! I like that tobacco.
What we got here? We got some humbuckers. We got a stop tailpiece. We got the couple F holes. We got the Joe Pass position in the toggle switch. Oh, you got some depth. It looks like you got some. It's probably laminate. It's probably laminate on maple, on laminate, on maple, on maple. Oh,
There you go.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's fully
like
mapleized.
I really do. I really do like Washburns. Here's another commercial at Washburn.
Did Ibanez buy Washburn?
Maybe, yeah. They own
I feel
Oscar
like that
Smith. They've
happened.
all kind of combined in there. Because Washburn, I loved it when he bought that, but because we had acoustic, and I had so many of my students buy whatever that 199 Washburn was. It was like,
Oh yeah.
it's great, like. So tell us all about it. So to go into details, but tell us.
That's all the detail. That's all the detail I got.
Why'd you go and play us something?
It's got frets.
No. No.
All right, here's
It's
the
literally
Gretsch.
been in the case for a year.
Oh, look at this. Looks brand
Ooh
new.
wee! Look
Oh,
at that Bixby.
It's the licensed Bigsby. the shady one. And yeah, there it is. It's got those the Gretsch things. Made in Korea. Nice back.
beautiful.
You can tell it's never
Oh,
left
yeah.
the house. Yeah. So I put
So
those
shiny.
flat ones on. I think I put 10s on actually. 10s flat wounds. 10s or 11. I have to look.
Jimi Hendrix.
Because it was, I heard Joe Pass. Somebody had said that he played this size, so I just bought them. So I think they were 10 flat wounds. So I like it, and I'll play with it for a while. But I just can't tell if this is going to be, if it's the right tool for the right job. You know what I mean? If this guitar is truly best to throw on some 9s or something, and just really some round wound 9s, and just chicken pick and
Yeah, just
fool
Brian
around.
Setzer your way.
I think that's because I think guitars have a function that can be maximized. Here's my problem for all you people: is I have my ES 345 has the Veritone, so when I put flat wounds on that, I feel like I'm losing what makes that guitar special, and it really has the BB King sound and all of that. Once you put flat wounds on, you just lose all that life, which is you're supposed to. But then it's like, do you want to go back and forth between two guitars? Like I want that to be my, the rocket.
Oh, your
thing, and
single.
then- yeah, or you do
all-purpose
your
axe.
Mr. 335 there, But the thing's so heavy; it's 9.6 pounds, which
Yeah,
it's,
that's a big baby.
It's uncomfortable. It's So, like I said, I don't know. I think
You need
this.
a
I
weight
think
belt.
I'm going to keep this. Throw some round wounds on there. Play some crappy Setzer, tonic and Setzer.
Yeah, some sevenths.
But
Flat
the
sevens.
frets are very small and very thin, which is why, like, I've set this up for me that as low as I can, but there's such tiny frets. It's like it's not built where the Gibsons have those thicker, deeper,
Jumbo.
right? Those frets that make the chords so much easier. Where I feel like I'm working hard, if that makes sense. It's like a piano that's with heavy keys, like it's more work. Or I'm just not good. It's one or the other.
They're all options. Yeah.
They're all options. This episode brought to you by at Gretsch Guitars, at Washburn Guitars, at Timothy Hall Customs. Tim Hall, final guitar question.
Yeah.
I think we'll have. You know what? By the way, we should have Timmy P on to just have an episode about jazz, because he will tell. Timmy P in his perversion.
He lots of research.
Yes,
Oh.
he is the you of jazz guitars. He'll be like, "Oh, this model number, and then this one's been China, and this one's got this fret width and neck bout." You know.
Yes.
How many people have I lost with the guitar talk?
Out of the
Probably.
7, I probably 6, right? Oh, and one of our.
All right, put your guitars back. We'll be back after we put our guitars back. How are those TikToks coming?
They're looking good. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this one, but here we go. I'm gonna put the sound on.
I don't. I think the whole thing is you've already seen the gig, as far as I can remember.
Just got my nails done, and I have immediately started acting different. You know?
I don't know, frankly. What does that mean?
How were you
Nails are
acting
acting
Now,
before?
I will admit, her
It's like putting on a
nails,
suit.
gorgeous.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good nails.
The craftsmanship of the nail salon,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
But are you adding attention to something, or is this like a shame we're not supposed to?
Yeah, your
You know what,
nails.
let's move on.
Adding
Okay,
attention
okay.
to your nails.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
She does not play jazz.
Well, you're not hitting those
Hell.
7s. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Certainly not 9s.
I'm not allowed to play 13s anymore.
Oh, really? You've been banned. Oh no, these
Just
seem
play 'em,
like a
just
real
play 'em.
minefield. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. You can't start picking. You have to start randomly playing. You just have to click on them. You can't screen for me now. Because I don't know what's in there either.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this is. I hope it's not offensive.
Hi guys. Bad news. Charles passed away this morning. Just thought I'd let you guys know. I just found out he passed away this morning. Anyway, love you guys.
Oh my God, Brian. I think
Dude,
that is an express ticket to hell.
I don't
that is
name
dark,
I-
man.
I don't even remember saving that. This is what you have to understand. Like, because things happen and then. But my question is, but okay, it's only saying that because you think it's real.
That's
Is
true.
it-
There are a lot of joke 'em ups, some fake 'ems
Right,
on
so-
TikTok.
Now, obviously, if she just lost Charles, was it Charles? I don't
Yeah.
even remember, right? Charles is gone. It's very sad. But I'm not sure. Next video.
Next video. Yeah, these are going to
Yeah,
be a lot of silence on these.
I wasn't already canceled by the Romanian council, the consulate outside. Hey, we need to talk to you. Then no, it'd be like fatter.
Oh no, you got fatter.
Oh, here's a little acting. And she
Hello,
keeps going. The show must go on.
Let's go on.
That was a TikTok.
That was a TikTok.
There you
That
go.
was a
Finally
hero right
one.
there.
Some local, little community theater production of Peter Pan. Oh, hey, here's a random story. I was watching Modern Family for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And in the later seasons, there is a woman who played Ed O'Neill's secretary or assistant.
Uh-huh.
And I'm staring at her. And I'm like, God darn it, I know her from someplace. And the second everyone goes up, and I'm like, God, I know her. And then it dawned on me. It was Marcia Kramer. Marcia Kramer's,
From Kramer versus Kramer?
yeah, not only was that, but her father, so of Kramer, of Beverly Hills, Kramer's Tobacco. So I had purchased, if you're an insurance representative, all this is make-believe and you can't adjust my premiums. But I would go and I would drive to Beverly Hills and buy my pipe tobacco from one of the few remaining tobacco stores in Los Angeles. Because since I've been here over 20 years, you can imagine smoking a pipe's not that popular anymore. Or even cigars. That was a big 90s thing. So actual non-bodega like traditional tobacco shops where they sell beautiful pipes and wood and meerschaum and things. So I would drive, I'd get in the car and I'd go there and we would talk. And what I believe was her father opened that location in 1949, right? It's been like untouched in Beverly Hills, surrounded by all of the most wealthy trapping stores, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was nice. And you'd go and you'd talk to her husband. But just 15 years of buying tobacco from her. And it was funny because she had, you'll see why this came together. In the back was a big picture of Peter Pan. At the Pantages, when she was a child actress, she was Peter Pan in it.
Oh.
And then I was kind of laughing because I was like, oh, she hasn't worked in so many years. Right? And then I'm on here, and she's on Modern Family. So it was crazy to be like somebody that I would go see maybe once a month, and we'd talk because it's like a small tobacco. People hang out like a bar. You smoke it. You're allowed to smoke in the building, right? For some reason, you're allowed to smoke in a tobacco shop.
Yeah.
But it was
They got the air
crazy that was her, and that and the Kramers had closed. Now, sad note, she did pass. I found out 2 years ago, and when she was closing, I was talking to her, and she said that the landlord had raised the rent, but I don't think they were renting for 65 years. I think she was probably ill at the time.
Oh, and they sold it.
It's now a UPS store. So if you go to Beverly Hills, go to the UPS store.
A lot of history.
I remember, and I was I bought this thing like when they were closing for my pipe. I spent a little bit of money on something, and then it didn't even work for me. I had to sell it. But I have these papers, and I saved the matchbook. So that place kind of had a special place in my heart. So to see her and to connect that was crazy. So
That's cool.
Marcia Cranberry, thank you for everything.
Well,
Back to the TikToks.
What a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, I think I obviously saved that during the Olympic height. That was more relevant 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Do you notice my finger's getting a little
Waggly?
getting a little Yale there? What's his name? It's getting a little
Black?
yeah.
Lewis Black?
Yeah, my finger today's going a little Lewis Black, I've noticed. It's a little bit judgmental bounce of like good luck with it.
yeah. I like it.
A lot of this.
Yeah, I like it. It works for you. I think you should put it in your act.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
don't forget I do Italian hands, but this is offensive now. And like she'd be like, I've done this hand shape for like all of my characters are all scumbags. I don't know if you noticed this. This is a long one.
Baby, watch out, watch out.
Oh, it's a minute. That's a full sizer, right? Oh, maybe not.
This is some Florida shit right here.
Florida man.
Get in the box. Why isn't the alligator getting in the box?
Let me know. Somebody let me know the hand. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Everyone's got him, but no one's close to him. Hey, we got you. We got you.
The alligator fell for it.
No one helps him. No one comes.
It's cheering for him, though.
clapping.
Real good.
They're just clapping.
He looks like a tough guy, though.
Now, you should definitely just leave that out for the trash guy. Just leave that on the side of the road on Friday.
Yeah, push it out. There we go. Oh,
Okay, I feel like I should clear this up.
So I just found something out. So I never knew that your hair grows from up here.
what?
I never knew that. I always thought that your hair grows from right here and it just grows and grows and grows. Is there hair in my head? Like actually like in there?
Yes, there's literally hair in your brain. It looks like an unemployed crow lives in there. That's why people call you hairbrained. And here's another fact you're probably embarrassed you didn't know. You never really grow taller. You actually push the earth down.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
We'll use somebody else's comedy for our comedy.
Yeah, that-
I
we go.
told a girl in high school that her hair grew out of her brain, and
Does
it
you believe? Well, you're from Texas.
Yeah.
They believe
Yeah,
that. Yeah, you guys are strong hands. Middle America. You guys are like corn pushers or whatever you guys are out there. You guys got
just pushing the corn around.
Yeah, you guys got cornhole and steaks. That's your whole that. And you got 1 star, one shitty ass star.
Lone star.
You guys can't get
The
some
1
more
star.
stars.
The 1-star state. I like it. Yeah. Right. Would not
Thank
recommend.
you for breaking it down.
Right.
No one's
I
watching.
like
At this point, the analytics show that no one ever goes this far. But we're doing it anyway. You'll see. One day you'll look back and be like, why did we do this?
One day.
It says 3 years ago today, I bit off 5 of my fingers from bath salts. Yesterday was my 15 months clean. We do something. I didn't say
Recover.
that. Yes.
Dang.
So this isn't hitting as I thought. Maybe it was the lack of the music, but so
We'll put
she
music
bit
on.
off 5 of her fingers while on bath salts.
It is not a recommendation for bath salts.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't bite your fingers off when you're on bath salts. I
Right.
can't express this enough. But
Does bath salts make you incredibly hungry?
why are you? Do we
Did
need
they
this
grow-
video? Like does
Did they
this
grow back?
need-
Or
I don't think
do they grow?
back.
Do your fingers grow from the tips out?
Yeah,
Is that
right.
what happens?
It's like a
These videos are no
starfish.
good. I don't care.
I like the
I didn't
NASA
know.
one. I like the NASA one. That was good.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Question: I often find women more attractive with clothes on, like obviously naked, and that's probably the goal. But like, she was just in a bikini. But for me, it's hotter than like looking up,
Oh,
granny-
because it's
granny
all
bags
revealed.
or-
Yeah.
There's just something. Because I guess there's still more to come.
There's more to come.
Okay, don't.
Okay, here we
I don't know
go.
what this is either.
1, поехали. Я уверен в своем бронежилете.
So he just product tested a bulletproof vest, by the way. He just put a
Jeez.
gun to his chest, pulled the trigger.
Yeah, it's something I wouldn't do.
The energy of this room is so sucked out. I'm tired too. I'm over it too. We're over this. These videos. Okay, fine. Let's wrap it up. Is there anything good? No, there's more.
There's more. We have 37 more videos to
Let's
go
go.
through.
Come
They're
on. We
all,
need coffee.
they're
We need
all just
coffee.
like that.
We need some. We need some Hawaiian 5-0. That's what I call
Yeah. Yeah, that was
legal
terrifying.
cocaine that I steal from a facility that still makes the original Coca-Cola formula. in
Oh,
Atlanta.
wow. Look at that vintage stuff.
$1,200 a bottle. Man,
Original.
you are up. You are up.
This is a long one.
I think this is Russia. This is what we're worried about.
This is very similar to my dancing. And it kind of sounds like the music I put on some of the videos.
It sounds like CC in the music. Now, are they just weird? I don't know. Whatever.
I
They
think
were
Next.
at least
they're
weird.
just fun.
These videos are terrible this week. You know what? I'm changing up the algorithm. I'm going deep diving.
All right.
In fact, I want you both. We're going to come up with 3 keywords right now. My keyword I'm going to look up is
Uh-oh.
fail.
Fail.
that?
Okay, that's a good one.
All right. So I need one from each of you. So like I'll start hashtagging it.
Fail.
Bows in there. Boobs and bows.
How about NASA? How about NASA?
NASA.
Yeah.
That's just
Why
going to be
not?
the Challenger videos, right?
Yeah, let's send a bunch of fucking teachers in space, see what happens. You dumbasses. Jesus fucking Christ.
There's only
You know
one
what I
teacher.
mean?
Wow.
Bunch of fucking teachers. They're.
She was from a few miles from my hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Krista McCullough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Concord. Hashtag bizarre.
Bizarre. By the way, the Challenger is no laughing matter.
It isn't.
Whatever. I don't know.
I remember that day.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to go to the moon. You dumbasses. What the fuck's the matter with you? How about this? How about you don't try to land on another fucking planet or burned out star, whatever the fuck that is? Chances are you probably won't explode 9 miles up in the air, right?
See, I think you should be making these TikToks, you know?
Oh, you're going to make the content.
Yeah. That was a good one. I'd watch that TikTok.
Now, that's a strong lady.
That's what had made a dimple.
Such nice skin, too.
Do you hear how quiet and low energy we are right now? This was so much better than my show. Like,
It was less than that. Was it like a sensory deprivation tank?
it was quiet.
Oh, so I know we don't have a lot of
At least you had their
time.
attention, you know?
What is that moment like right after you say Russia? And then there's, is it like a panic moment, or are you just like, oh, this is.
Well, because I think it's funny because it's like the headline of the day. Like, you're all worried. It's like if 3 weeks ago, like, North Korea was thinking about, like, you know, it's all like these little spats. A couple hundred people die. Whatever. Listen, there are like 20,000 homeless people in the city of Los Angeles. Let's make our priorities, right? So we lose the. I don't know what my point was. What was the point? What was your question?
Just what was that moment? What?
Well, I would say that I thought it would have received a different. I thought it would have received any reaction.
Yeah.
Right. I was waiting for like groan. I was waiting for that. You know,
Something you would work with.
subversive. You say something, they're like, this motherfucker. But it was silent. And I waited, and then I just started laughing because and I just said this joke was for me. I knew. But that microsecond does feel. It's a heavy pause.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like I want to disappear.
Laugh. Anybody?
Huh?
Not even like the, or like the, like nobody wanted to react.
They didn't want to touch it.
all.
Yeah.
And then, but by then, this is look in the faces,
Oof.
right? Because they're all there to see the comedian that went an hour and 15 minutes ago, you know? Then they went long on the show. Let me tell you what. It was so Gabe Gabe didn't but he admitted I bombed, right? He at least admitted.
Yeah, he
that
said it
there
was a little rough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little rough. It was a little rough. It was the fact that no one laughed for the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And when you call out how quiet it is in the room, like I was acknowledging, I was like, "Do you guys do you hear how quiet it is?" And then somebody said something about fisting, and then I did 2.5 minutes of crowd work, which kind of saved it, but not really. Like they were fine with me at the end, but it was.
Oh, okay. So you warmed them up slightly.
Yeah.
You got them lukewarm.
I think they were kind enough.
To allow
throw
you.
me a little something as I was leaving the stage.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you guys.
That's
And
nice.
and I got to tell you, the worst part of it was that there was somebody I knew there.
Yeah.
Because if they weren't there, because you know the drive home was a very long drive, right? So if they weren't there, it definitely would have been like, well, I don't care. I bombed, and then you move on. But because two people were there that I knew, and then now they will think of that as my baseline, and the odds that they're ever going to come out again, very unlikely.
You can only go up. Yeah.
This is another episode of Unnecessary Talk with Brian Sturges, and I am that Brian Sturges. Follow me, BrianSturges.com. And by the way, you heard it the first time. You get a Poor Life Choices TV. Like, smash, subscribe, punch, kick, roundhouse kick the subscribe button. right now. All right? So let's all get our fingers up and say, see you next Tuesday.